Hey guys, this is Tavian with ABC Schooling, here to show you guys the air brake inspection. To be able to begin our air brake inspection, we're going to start off with a safe start. We would ensure that our seat belt is on, make sure that both of our spring brakes are applied, and that our vehicle is in neutral. On the automatic truck, you would check on the side right here. We're going to turn our vehicle to the accessory position. Our ABS light did turn on and off, indicating that it's working properly. We have a primary and secondary air gauge. We'll be using the primary air gauge for the sake of our test. I'm going to go ahead and press our clutch in and start our vehicle. Our first test is going to be our cutout test. Our cutout should happen at no less than 120, no more than 140 psi. We will know our cutout has happened when our needle stabilizes. I'm going to go ahead and press my accelerator to 1,000 RPMs to help my air compressor build air faster. See that here. And now we're watching our primary air gauge. Alrighty, so our needle stopped rising at 130 psi, which is a good test because they happen at no less than 120, no more than 140. Our next test is going to be our 460 applied pressure test, where we should lose no more than 4 psi in 60 seconds. I'm going to go ahead and press in both of my spring brakes. Wait for my pressure, my needle to stabilize. Once my needle stabilizes, I'm going to go ahead and attempt to build back up to max pressure.
And essentially doing another cutout. Alright, now we're going to wait for our needle to stop rising.
Once our needle has stopped rising, we're going to go ahead and cut off our vehicle. And turn our truck back to the accessory position and wait for our needles to stabilize. Once our needles have stabilized, we're going to go ahead and press down on our brake fully and allow our needle to stop rising, stop moving. Once it's stabilized, we'll give our reading. We're at 105 psi. Our minute starts now. We would have to hold our foot on the brake for a consecutive 60 seconds without releasing it. Let's say our minute has finished. I would tell my instructor, I am still at 105 psi, which is a good test because I lost no more than 4 psi in 60 seconds. This concludes my 460 applied pressure test. For the 360 guy, for my Class B guys, it will be a 360. All you guys are doing is pushing in the parking brake instead of the trailer and parking brake. All right. Once you've said that whole sentence, you're able to release your foot off the brake. Our next test is going to be our low air warning light and buzzer, where a light and buzzer should come on at no less than 55 psi. We're going to go ahead and fan out our brake. Alrighty. So our low air warning light and buzzer came on at 63 psi, which is a good test because it's no less than 55 psi. Our last test is going to be our cutout test, our pop out test, where both of our spring brakes should pop out at no less than 20 psi, no more than 45 psi. Let's go ahead and get that. Alrighty, so if we looked at our primary air gauge, our Pop outs happen at 25 and 23 psi. Trailer brake popped out at 25 and parking brake popped out at 23. If they pop out at the same time, you give one number. If they pop out individually, you give both increments. These were both good tests because they happen at no less than 20 psi, no more than 45 psi. This would conclude our air brake inspection. We're going to move on to our in-cab inspection.